What's up, YouTube? Gonna make another requested video here. I forget who wanted to see this knife, but I know that somebody left a comment saying they wanted to see the Vantage Pro. One of the reasons why I waited so long to do this video is because I actually sent this knife out to Buck. I don't know if you've watched my previous collection videos, but this knife had a lot of problems. You know, the blade siren was way off, which it still kind of is, but the main one was it had up and down blade play, and the liner lock was fully engaged. It was actually touching this liner. That's how far over it was. So they sent it back. They said they fixed the problem, they sharpened the knife, and they sent it back. So that's what we have here in front of us. Okay, so I am happy to say that there is no more up and down blade play. The liner is not all the way over anymore, and it works, it functions. So they did fix the problem. Still off-centered, but it's not rubbing or anything, so I'm just fine with that. Okay, so let's jump into the review here. Materials: knife has G10 scales, nicely contoured. You can see that, nice and smooth. We do have a couple of grooves in the scales. Doesn't really add too much grip or anything. It's more of an aesthetic thing. Then you have the Buck Anvil logo. Little kind of plate pressed into the scale there. I like that. I love the clip on this one. Nice and low riding. Stainless steel clip. Just screwed into this back piece here. If I had to guess, that was also stainless steel. We have 3 screws here, you see. Pretty small screws. If I had to guess, I would say it's a T6 torque head on that. You got a pivot and then these 2 body screws. But really, those 2 screws are just holding the scales onto the liners. If I can show you that somehow. You see there's that little hole there. It's just holding the scales onto the liners. What's really holding the knife together is this standoff and this back piece here, which are screwed to the liners themselves, and only the liners. So it gives it kind of a nice uniform look, pretty clean look. It's a nice size knife. I think it's great for EDC. Not too big, not too small, but it is a little bit on the heavy side, which we'll get to in a minute. We do have S30V blade steel. And of course, this knife is a made in the USA, which I always love. Nice hollow grind on this one. Pretty fine cutting edge. And it is Boss heat treated. So it's a great heat treat on a great steel, and it should perform for you. So it is a flipper, but we do have this strider-like opening hole. If you want to maybe open it slowly. I do like the way that looks. Not the best flipper. D10 could be a little stronger. We are just running on phosphor bronze washers, and there is an internal stop pin. But if you preload it a little bit, it should fly out for you. And this is one of the earlier models. Like, I bought this this knife when they first released the Vantage series. The newer ones, I think the scales are a little bit different, and the quality should be a little bit better. Alright, let's see how much this knife weighs on my crappy scale. Come on. Trying to get it zeroed out here. Maybe not. Let's try that again. Alright, 4.38 ounces. So not really a light knife, I would say, considering for the size. I don't mind the weight, but some people like to stay under 4 ounces, you know, the nut and fancy rule. But that's not too bad. Speaking of size, let's do some comparisons here with another buck knife. This is the Marksman, which I love. and the Kershaw Blur. So you can see it's actually smaller than both of those knives. Pretty comparable overall dimensions though. Alright. Okay, so overall we're looking at about 7.5 inches, so a pretty good EDC size. And we're looking at about a slightly over 3-inch cutting edge, and about a 3.5-inch blade if we're going to the pivot, and a 3.25 if we're going to the top of the scale. So pretty nice knife overall. I do like the design. I think it is nice to look at. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's thick, but you have full stainless steel liners. They're not drilled out or skeletonized in any way. That's what gives you the extra weight, plus this little back piece here. And then you have the contoured scales over it. So you do feel it when it's in your pocket, but it doesn't really leave a big footprint. Not bad. Alright, let's do some cutting tests here. Just got some paper. Buck did say they sharpened this for me, so let's see what they did. Yep. Very nice edge. Alright, nice clean cuts. Just do some cardboard. I just have like some old pizza box cover here. See, that's a nice clean cut. Yeah, they actually put a great edge on here with that hollow grind. Should handle all your EDC tasks. Alright. So good edge. I like this knife quite a bit. Like I said, if you have an opportunity, I would pick up one of the newer models or newer versions. So yeah, pretty good knife overall. From a collectability standpoint, I don't see them discontinuing this knife anytime soon. They're going to be available for quite some time, and I don't see the price really going up that much. So not as a collectible, but as a user, yeah, I would recommend this knife. Like I said, if you just get one of those newer versions, maybe the quality's a little bit better. But yeah, form factor, ergonomics, usability are just really good on this knife. Alright, so as always guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.